Is any of this present in your church? So the prosperity gospel, according to Britannica, the prosperity gospel, also known as health and wealth gospel, word of faith movement, or name it and claim it, that theology teaches that God desires believers to be materially prosperous and physically healthy. Adherents believe that faith, positive thinking, and financial contributions to the church or ministries can attract blessings, including wealth, success, and healing. Illness and poverty are often viewed as curses that can be overcome through faith in Jesus Christ, as salvation is interpreted to include liberation from both spiritual and material hardships. So, to sum that up, the more you give to the church, the more God gives back to you. Prosperity gospel. The more you sow into some pastor's ministry, the more God's going to give back to you. You have to give it to get it. And God wants you to be rich. He wants you to have all of these things that your heart desires. One thing that these prosperity pastors shy away from is 1 Timothy 6, verse 10. It says, "For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. It is through this craving that some have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves with many pangs." God wants you to be rich. That love of money is pulling you away from God. It's pulling you away. And what they're teaching you is backwards. Because 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 21 says, "For to this you have been called, because Christ also suffered for you, leaving you an example so that you might follow in his steps." When we look at Jesus' life, he was not a rich man. He was homeless, poor. And he said, "You will suffer like I suffer." Now, that's not to say that everybody has to give away everything and be homeless and poor. The Lord will bless people differently. But he does not say, "If you give to my ministry, I will bless you tenfold," just because you gave. No, the Lord likes a person with a generous heart and who gives from that generosity. But there's no guarantee that just because you sow into someone's ministries, just because you give them a chunk of money, that he's going to give that money back to you tenfold. If that were true, then all Christians would be millionaires. But all Christians are not millionaires. So the prosperity gospel is backwards. It's backwards to what God actually teaches in his word. Not all of us get to have a lot of money. Whatever the reason may be, whatever God's reason for not blessing all of us in that manner, I don't know. I don't know the mind of God. But I do know not all of us get blessed that way. So to say, give it and you'll get it back, it's backwards. It's backwards. Otherwise, we'd all be millionaires.